Hey guys, liberal Landon here, back with another video, and today I'm just going to make another prediction, Joe Biden versus Donald Trump, just because I feel like some states, back when I made my genuine prediction, I didn't go over as well, so I am going to do that. Too big of an O, but yeah. So I will just be going over that. Put that up there. Actually, no, won't work as well unless I can move that over there. But yeah. So today I will just be doing another general election prediction: Joe Biden versus Donald Trump. So we are going to start off with states that I think will be likely or lean, and then move on to the true toss-ups. Most likely, I will do the likelies first, and then go on to like the leans and the tilts. But yeah, let's get into it. So Nevada, state leaning a lot more to the Democratic Party. Immigration, the high minority population is in favor of the Democratic Party, and just generally it's becoming a lot more Democratic as the years progress. So let's move forth to Colorado, another state I think will be likely. Joe Biden leading by 17% of the polls. I think he'll win it by over 10%. I think it will be a likely state. I don't think it's safe. There's always that teeny tiny chance of an upset, that 0.5% chance of an upset, and by 0.5 I mean out of 1,000%. So yeah. The next state or district will actually be for the Republicans. Likely, I think Maine's 2nd district, it is just leaning a lot more to the Republicans. Donald Trump did amazing there in 2016, and I think he will keep that record going in the state, or not the state, in Maine's 2nd district. Now, we're going to be moving away from the likelies into the leans. Or actually, no, wait. No, Virginia, likely. Again, another state that's trending a lot more to the Democratic Party. Yeah, I mean, I think it will be a likely state. I think Joe Biden will win it by over 10%. Yeah, I mean, Hillary Clinton really showed how much a really bad candidate, how well a really bad candidate could do in a state like Virginia, trending more to the Democrats. So yeah. Now we are officially moving on to the leans, and then after that, the tilts. Next, first lean will be Nebraska's 2nd district. Now, do not think Joe Biden will win it. I think it will be contested. I think it will be close, but I think Donald John Trump will come away with the victory. Sorry if the mic just got a little scratched there. It's my finger. But, yeah. Okay. Now it's really hard to categorize some of these last states, except for Iowa, which will be a lean. Donald Trump leading by 1.5% there, outperformed the polls in 2016. I think he will do the same thing. Iowa is not going into the Democrats' favor whatsoever. Now, Minnesota, I would say lean, not necessarily likely. Joe Biden's leading there by a lot in the polls, but Hillary Clinton certainly did not outperform the polls in Minnesota by any means. I believe she won it by a little over 1%. Not completely sure why. Okay. Just needed to see it on the real quick. But, alrighty, next state, I think, will be lean. Let's see. It's really hard to go, because a lot of these last states are, like, true toss-ups. States like New Hampshire, Texas most likely will be, same thing with Georgia, Florida, and all these Rust Belt states. A lot of them are really hard to categorize. Or at least, they're harder to categorize, like Michigan before Wisconsin or something like that, But next, I think I will categorize Ohio as tilt Donald Trump. I think all of these last states will most likely be tilt, and I believe Joe Biden's leading in Ohio by 1%. Do not think that will happen. I think Donald Trump will win it by under a percentage point. The first time in 6 elections, Ohio will be wrong in picking a president. But yeah, that's what I think will happen. Now, Joe Biden in Florida, I think, will be tilt. I think he might win it by a little bit more than what he will win. Or, well, I'm not going to say that yet. But I think he will win it by the tiniest bit over a percentage point. Obviously not by very much. But I think he will win it by the tiniest bit over a percentage point. Joseph Biden, maybe like 1.2%. Kind of what Donald Trump did in 2016. Now, Donald Trump, Georgia, tilt. Joe Biden is leading there by 1.7%, but as we saw with Hillary Clinton, polls can change drastically. Polls in general are not looking good for not Joseph Biden, Donald Trump. I mean, with all these coronavirus, the Black Lives Matter protests, even his approval rating is way underwater. So, not looking good for Donald Trump in this election. And I will do a video tomorrow about all of that stuff. But Donald Trump, Wisconsin, tilt. I think we will win it by a mere 0.2.1%. I think he will win it maybe by more than that. But I think it will be by very lean margins. Wisconsin, in general, is just going a lot towards the Republican Party. I mean, the last good thing in Wisconsin for the Democrats was the midterms, where Tammy Baldwin got reelected, I believe, and where Scott Walker got unseated, and Tony Evers took over. But yeah. Now we are moving on to like the true swing states. But I forgot a lean state. I think Michigan will be lean. I think Joe Biden will win it by at least 3%. And with Michigan, you can tell I think Joe Biden will win the election. And I mean, that's honestly all Joe Biden needs, actually, is Michigan and Florida, and he wins. I mean, yeah, it would not be that hard for Joe Biden to win the election. Or all he needed is Florida and Arizona and just hold on to New Hampshire, but I'll get into New Hampshire in a little bit. That might actually be the last state I go over, because that might be the closest. No, Wisconsin, New Hampshire, North Carolina, or Arizona will be the closest state. And speaking about Arizona, tilt blue. Joe Biden's leading there by 4%. I think he will win it by 1%. Just around 1%, not exactly 1%. But I think he will win it by enough to categorize it as tilt. Which, in my opinion, tilt is like under 2%. Donald Trump, Texas, he will win it by under 2%. That is most likely going to happen, at least as of July. He will win it by under 2%. Like, if the elections were held today, Joe Biden would for sure win. Oh, yeah. Within even the next month, Joe Biden would for sure win. But they aren't, so. Okay, now we're moving over to the other states. You know what? I'm gonna do New Hampshire now. In my opinion, New Hampshire is a true toss-up. I mean, Hillary Clinton won it by under a percentage point in 2016, and in general, I think New Hampshire has been trending towards the Republican Party. I think the Senate elections will be a different story, but I think it will be too tight to call. And actually, I think same thing with Wisconsin. Personally. I mean, I think anything that I'm going to call under 0.5% should be true toss-up. Any other states that No, not at the moment. But yeah, I think Wisconsin and New Hampshire are true toss-ups, especially Wisconsin. Actually, no, New Hampshire is going to go to Joe Biden. But yeah, New Hampshire is going to go to Joe Biden. Now that I think about it, wait, hold up, let me check the 2016 polls. And New Hampshire, just just check over, because Joe Biden's leading by 4% right now. Now I'm going to check how much Hillary Clinton was leading by. And yeah, let me just see real quick. Okay, Clinton won it by 0.3% in 2016. And she was leading there by 0.6%. Oh, wow. Donald Trump was actually winning there at one point. Oh, wait, max. Let's see. Does it go back to... It does not go back to July. Okay. Yeah, at the moment, Joe Biden will win it by under 2%, but he will win it. Yeah. That is a promise. Yeah, as you can see, I do think Joe Biden will win the election. Now, I am going to use this on North Carolina. I mean, Joe Biden's leading there by 4%, I believe. And I don't think he will win it, but yeah, I think it's just one of those states that you can't really call until it's just one of those states that is going to go either way. You can't call it. It's a 50-50. Same thing with Wisconsin. Honestly, same thing with Florida. But right now, Joe Biden's very favored in Florida. But yeah, I mean, you can't really call it at the moment. Now, Pennsylvania, I think Joe Biden will win it by under 2%. I think it will be, in my prediction, I would say 1.7% maybe. But yeah, feel free to observe this. There, I'm just going to keep those like that because I like that color. But yeah, I mean, that is my 2020 prediction as of July 6th, 2020. I will be making these most likely weekly. Yeah, I'll make predictions weekly, every week, 2 weeks, but yeah. Tomorrow, I will most likely come up with a video about the general election, not necessarily my predictions, but yeah, and I will see you guys tomorrow.